As the coronavirus puts a pause on events across the country, local organizations are also preparing.
Jake Chapman spoke to the president of the Chattanooga Lookouts, and he joins us now in the studio with more. Jake.
Well, Cindy, right now the Lookouts are monitoring the news from local and state officials about the virus. The president of the team says keeping players and fans safe is the most important thing. It's a health pandemic impacting people around the globe.
This thing is moving so fast and so quickly throughout the world. It's really taken us all by surprise.
Professional teams are rescheduling and canceling games, even barring fans from attendance to prevent the virus from spreading.
But the fact is we have 70 days a year to make money. And once those games start getting cut, absolutely it's going to financially affect us.
Lookouts President Rich Mozingo says AT&T Field is one of the cleanest stadiums around, but he is going over sanitation precautions with his staff and vendors daily to prepare for opening day.
It's disinfectant wipes, it's disinfectant sprays that we're using on concession stands and condiment tables and those sorts of things. An extra wipe down of guardrails and handrails and that kind of stuff.
He says they plan to make public service announcements during the game to remind people to use proper hygiene.
Wash your hands, don't put your hands to your face, those regular things. At different times call for different measures. We're going to step up our efforts throughout the course of the year and make sure that we are absolutely tip-top shape.
He says they are willing to do anything to keep fans safe.
It's the fan experience. We talk about the fan experience in every single thing we do. And if it's not a safe place to play, if it's not a clean place to be, if it affects public health, we're not going to step over that line. We're always going to be on the side of safety.
Chattanooga FC is also monitoring the pandemic. Representatives of the team tell us they're in constant talks with the league and will make sure the stadium environment is safe for both players and fans. Mozingo says the Lookouts are still on schedule for opening day, which is on April 9th. In the studio, Jake Chapman, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Jake, thank you. Now let's talk weather. Paul Barris in the Storm Alert Center. And my goodness, Paul, the skies are nice out there downtown tonight, but you may have seen something scary in the sky over Ringgold this evening. Huh?
That's right. We're going to discuss that right now. Got a lot of pictures in from what looked like a tornado near Ringgold earlier today. Weather Service, we talked with the Weather Service out of Atlanta, and they said, no, it wasn't a tornado. It wasn't even a funnel cloud. It's what we call a wall cloud. This picture was taken by Derek Walls, which is just a coincidence. But it's really, it was part of a circulation in the upper atmosphere that I want to show you. Right now, you can see this area in green, this area in red, and this is Ringgold right here. It was just to the north and west of Ringgold. This indicates the winds going away from the radar at a certain speed, about 28 miles an hour. And then towards the radar here. So right in the middle, there was a little bit of circulation. We call that wind shear, and that's what probably caused some of that rotation underneath that cloud. But it never did touch the ground, and there was no damage at all. Now for tomorrow, we're going to be in what we call marginal risk. That's the least amount of risk we can have without having zero risk. And then off to the north, north of Dunlap, there's going to be a slight risk, which is a higher risk, and there could be some watches up near Nashville. Probably not tornado, but more likely just severe thunderstorm watches for tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on that. And showing the rapid refresh model overnight with southerly winds, we're going to see a few showers coming up right into tomorrow afternoon, but it doesn't look like anything severe around here, at least through 4 o'clock into the afternoon, according to this rapid refresh model. But it is showing a little bit of rain coming up, mainly into the afternoon tomorrow, maybe about 1/4 of an inch of rain. But more rain is going to come in after that, too, right through the weekend and probably into next week, too. We've got all the details on that on my 7-day forecast.
Paul, thank you. After the break here at 11, the TBI confirmed today remains found last week are those of Evelyn Boswell, the missing 15-month-old who sparked an Amber Alert last month. We'll have the newest details.
New at 11, a second unidentified body was recovered today near Shiloh National Military Park of the Tennessee River, according to the TWRA. This is part of the search for two missing teens and a man known to have been fishing near the Pickwick Dam nearly 3 weeks ago. The TWRA believes their boat went through the floodgates of the dam. Both bodies have been sent to Memphis for autopsy. They have not yet been identified.
Tennessee investigators confirmed today remains found in an outbuilding last week belonged to 15-month-old Evelyn Boswell. Authorities did not say how the toddler died. Evelyn was last seen in December, but she wasn't reported missing until February. Since then, her mother and grandmother have been arrested, but no one has been charged in her death so far. The results of the autopsy are not being released.
A week after tornadoes devastated part of Middle Tennessee, the Chattanooga Fire Department is stepping in to help. They're partnering with Vanderbilt Burn Center and the Red Cross in helping tornado victims in the mid-state. A group of volunteers from Chattanooga Fire leaves Saturday. They'll be helping with manual labor there. They'll also be taking supplies that have been donated by people in Chattanooga. And there's still help to be done there to help the Middle Tennessee area recover. Fire Chief Hyman says it's just what they do.
This is kind of what we do in our business anyway, and we just see a neighbor that is in need, and we want to go help.
If you'd like to donate so they can take your supplies along, take the supplies that you'd like to donate to the Fire Training Center on Amnicola Highway, there's a look at that building. CFD will take donations there until Friday.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 11.
Too many fights. I mean, there shouldn't be any, but we've had just too many fights. So we took action.
Police arrested 11 students today at East Ridge Middle and High School because of off-campus fights. Hear more from the police chief about the situation and the charges the students face.
Plus, a local high school softball team wants to help tornado victims in Middle Tennessee. We'll show you how Sail Creek is getting donations together and how you can pitch in to help them.
Coverage you can count on. Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 11.
Police in East Ridge arrested 11 juveniles today on the campus of East Ridge Middle and High School. They say this comes after a series of fights that happened off campus last week.
Our Mary Francis, who spoke with the East Ridge police chief and joins us now with details on this story. Mary Francis.
Well, Cindy, Chief Allen told me some students were involved in fights with each other on 3 separate occasions after school last week. They were arrested on campus today, and the charges include disorderly conduct and aggravated criminal trespassing.
We were sent multiple videos that people taken with their phones, and we were able to identify these 11 as being involved.
East Ridge Police Chief Stan Allen says enough is enough.
Too many fights. I mean, there shouldn't be any, but we've had just too many fights. So we took action.
This isn't the first time they have been alerted to this problem. Since school began in August, Allen says they've had a lot of complaints.
I don't know if they're failing to get on the bus to take them back home. I don't know if they're not getting picked up at school, but I know that they come here to this area to hang out.
Video showed police the fights last week occurred at the City Hall, Community Center, and Pioneer Park, all within a mile of the school.
They'll go to the community center. Not all of them have memberships. They go to the library. They don't have library cards. They run in and out of City Hall for no purpose.
And students have been given several warnings.
I know my officers have been to the schools multiple times, going in when they're at lunch and telling them if they come up here and they're causing a problem, they're going to get arrested.
Police made 11 arrests Wednesday, charging several with disorderly conduct and 2 with aggravated criminal trespassing. They hope this action will calm the students down.
We're going to continue to deal with as it comes, and if we have to make arrests, we're going to make arrests.
Chief Allen also told me officers arrested another student for an unrelated crime. He says the student made a false call reporting a person shot. Live in the studio, Mary Frances Hooch, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Mary Frances. Let's check in with Paul Barris now. Take a look at that sky.
Not much going on tonight, Paul, but I feel like more's on the way.
Well, we got more showers on the way. This whole pattern is just sort of stagnant right now, and more showers probably tomorrow morning across the Tennessee Valley. Heaviest rain is going to be out to the west of us in the morning hours, and it'll probably stay the heaviest to the north of us by tomorrow evening, and still a chance for showers. Now, some of those showers and thunderstorms could reach the Tennessee Valley coming up probably late tomorrow night, or maybe even into the early evening, but it's going to be a slow process. And chance for severe weather is mainly going to be north of us. Right now, there are some showers and maybe a few thunderstorms down near Birmingham. The rain that was over us has really faded as it moves into the northeastern part of Georgia. And we're getting even some breaks in the cloud cover at times, too. The thicker clouds will drop down to the south. That's what all that blue and yellow was indicating. The tops of some pretty good thunderstorms that popped up this evening. 59 currently in the city in Dalton, 57 in Cleveland and Dayton, and 55 Altamont. All the way up to Athens, 54 near Murphy. Winds are calm right now. High today was 72. Boy, that was nice. 56 the overnight low. And we had about 1/1400ths of an inch of rain at the airport. So a little bit there. Skywatchers told me south the city, only spot that really got a lot was Blue Ridge at 8/10, 2/10 in Chatsworth, about 1/10 in Calhoun, Scottsboro about 1/10, 71 for a high today in Dalton, and no measurable rain downtown there. About 5/10 in Red Bank, 7/10 Mowbray Mountain, Signal Mountain had 3/10 total.